Namaste. Welcome back, beautiful souls. This is your tarot card of the year reading for the Judgment card, also known as Awakening, Initiation, among other things. And so it's my pleasure to offer this reading today using a spread that I have created for this event in the shape of the Nautilus, reflecting the energy of the year of 2025, which reduces to the number 9 associated with the Hermit. So I think in some capacity for all of us this year, the Hermit is a year of deep inner reflection. And this is not an easy card by any means to have as your card for the year. This is a double X in the tarot. It is a double big change, a card of big change. And as a reader, I work with a lot of different people in their healing journeys, and I often encourage people to pause with this card to do the necessary preparation for this change in their life. And the idea of awakening is often expressed through phoenix energy, portal energy. This is preparation for the portal that we see in the world card. And there are great and wonderful things that can happen here. And I would also say that this is that place where you decide to take the blue pill or the red pill. And if you are going to take the red pill, there is no turning back. You can't unsee what you see. And this can be a difficult place, and this is often part of a spiritual journey. It's part of a commitment to living in a higher frequency, which is a term that I use quite often. But it means stepping out of all of the dense energy that no longer serves. And so I think in a hermit year, this is a year to really reflect on this change and how I may decide to approach this. So let me give the cards one more shuffle, and then we will cut and begin your reading. Okay. Your central card is the King of Swords. And the king is facing the unfolding of the Nautilus. This is the king of higher thought. I would put this king as the frequency of Aquarius, and the king of wisdom, the king of truth. And at the bottom of the deck is the card that bookends your reading is the Fool. And that is a completely different way of looking at what the Judgment card represents. But I think it is symbolically a sign of letting go of what things look like presently. And I think if you are a tarot reader, for example, this might be the year that you take the steps to make your gift public. And this could manifest in lots of different ways. It's like you finally let your people know who you are. This could also be coming out of the closet. And that's such a, I don't like that expression, but revealing your sexual identity. If that is something that you have kept hidden from friends or family, the truth shall prevail this year. And let this, I want you to feel comforted by the wings of the hermit, if you will. And there's also something kind of powerful here in that this King of Swords has an angel at their back, has a higher spirit at their back. There's also an angel in the Judgment card. And this really calls to, and like I'm closing my eyes and I want to listen. I want to tune in and hear what Spirit is opening up for me. Welcome, Emmanuel. All right, so the Hermit is here, and everybody's facing the way they should. Maybe the Two of Pentacles is a little out of whack, but the Hermit is your second card, and how lovely that the Hermit is showing up in a Hermit year. Deep, inward journey. Could literally be into a cave. It could be your sacred space that you are about to create. And there is a sense of, I want to say, play with the light and the dark. Very amazing that this Two of Pentacles is here. Two of Pentacles is decanically a winter solstice card. Very powerful card at this time of reflecting on light and dark, the longest night of the year, and when that begins to change. And this connection to darkness and getting comfortable with being in the dark and seeing the light in the dark and wandering there, knowing how to hold, to turn on a light and when not to turn on a light. And, oh my goodness, I'm just thinking of something. There was a TV show that had some youth exploring El Dorado. And as part of the journey, there were these riddles and secrets that were revealed. And one of the riddles was, you don't need light to see in the dark. Something like that. And as they wandered into this cave, the luminescence of the rocks revealed themselves. And this is what I'm feeling for you, that the light of knowledge, the light of truth will reveal itself as you wander into the dark, allowing this impending change to reveal itself, where you indeed will find your rock, your Ace of Pentacles. It's as if you need to wander into the dark to find this treasure. Being open to shifting energy. Expanding your heart. And yet, in the same way, so there's this dynamic energy here. So Ace of Pentacles takes us back to the suit of earth, this place of practicality and what we might call realism and muggles, and yet there is a star within the pentacle. Spirit lives within the pentacle. This reminds me of a book title. There's a few of them out there where, you see the magic in between, see the magic in the moments, find the treasure in between. God is in the interruptions, this kind of thing. See the star in the pentacle. See the star in the everyday things. Find the magic in the everyday. And it's only when we wander into our heart space that we realize we had it here all along. And so there's a shift of perspective here that is in process for you. And some, I want to say, practices that will help with this are creating time for these reflections. Is there a particular kind of, what is your comfort level with the darkness? I remember once there was a lovely teacher, and she had us connecting with fairies, other kinds of elementals, and she used to always remind us to lie in the dark and then open your eyes and look to the corners of the room where the wall meets the ceiling or other corners, and wait for the sparkles to appear. So things like that, like have fun, like walk in the dark without a flashlight. I'm really fortunate where I live because there are no street lights. And so when I walk the dogs at night, I'm one of the few people that doesn't wear a headlamp. I actually walk in the dark. And I do have a flashlight in my pocket if I need it. But it's really something how our eyes can adapt and how we have a different experience when we wander in the dark. So you are looking to a revealing of the truth, a gift that is being revealed through this change of perspective. Let's pull a couple more cards, or turn them over anyway. A test of metal, so to speak. 7-7. 7 of swords and 7 of pentacles. What is your truth? What is your reality? How do we learn to trust? How do we learn to let go and let God? How do we? Well, through practice. You may feel that you have the right I want to put the 7 of Swords in context with the reading, but I want to speak to it individually because it's a very messy sort of card. And 7s, so like I was saying, like the Ace of Pentacles brings us back to this world and finding the magic in this world. And the 7s are part of the 7th Sephira, which is connected to the planet Venus. It can be very worldly, very sensorial. Sometimes we get lost in our experience of the senses. And yet the 7 can also be a very magical and revealing number. 7s also connect us to the energy of the Chariot and the ability to move on and move forward. And I think what's happening in these two cards, they're both facing in the flow of the Nautilus, is this is part of this judgment interior reflection year, and that is making good choices. Learning to pause before we make decisions. In the Seven of Swords, you may be reclaiming something that is absolutely required for your forward movement, but you may also be claiming something that you don't really need. And judgment asks us to decide which it is. And you know. And there's a sense in the Seven of Pentacles of micromanaging. We always want to take care of everything, all the little details. It's really hard just to let it be, let it go. And I feel like there's a let it be kind of energy that the Seven of Swords wants us to hold on to. And this might be one of your lessons this year. How do I learn to not fiddle in everything? To get my fingers out of everything? How do I learn to trust? Believe me, if you walk in the dark with no flashlight, you need to learn to trust. You need to learn to step carefully, looking at the balance card here. To trust your footing, to trust the earth, to trust this place. So this is a very sort of interesting. There's also a layer of trust in the Fool as well too. It's like that leap of faith. Do you have what it takes to make that leap of faith? Hi, Saskia. Okay, so if this reading is resonating with you, I'd love for you to join me for part 2 and let me know how you are connecting to this reading. And even if that's in a few weeks or a few months' time, please do come back and leave a comment below, and I will reply. I will answer your questions, and I look forward to chatting with you then. Happy New Year. Be brave, and blessings for this new lunation. Namaste.